What is going on, boys and girls? Back again. Actually, I always say boys and girls. I don't know why I say girls. There's no girls watching mouse reviews. That actually might be a lie. I got followed the other day on Twitter by a girl that does a lot of mouse stuff, which is pretty cool. It's always cool seeing people get into that you wouldn't think get into a hobby. Like, I know I was always into mechanical keyboards, and then you'd meet some girls here and there that were super into it. But okay, I don't know why I went off on that. Regardless, if you clicked on this, you know what you're getting yourself into. We are doing an M2k review today. A very unique mouse that is, essentially one of a kind. G-Wolves kind of put their take on it with the HSK, but it's definitely different. And I kind of wanted to start this video with you guys, and I want to be real with you for a second. Like I always try and do with these mice, I don't want to ever steer you towards something that you shouldn't be, or like get you to blow money on something. And I'm going to go ahead and straight off say, people will ask all the time, was it worth $350? Should you do this? Should you do that? If $350 is a thing at all to you, like if it is going to impact your life whatsoever, do not buy this mouse. It is literally, okay, let's use an analogy to describe this. You have an F1 driver and you have your normal car enthusiast who, may hit the track every now and then, something like that. The F1 driver gets put in a random good sports performance car, and the normal guy gets put in an F1 car. The Zaunkoenig is the F1 car. Your Razor Viper Mini or whatever like that is your normal, everyday, pretty good sports performance car. The F1 driver, even in the normal car, is still going to literally slaughter the guy in the F1 car around a track. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. Your aim and how well you do comes from the person. It comes from reaction time, hand-eye coordination, things like that. So a $350 mouse versus a $30, $40, $50, $60 mouse is not going to make you a better player noticeably. It's literally just not. I don't care what anyone says, it's not going to. It's not how it works. I have put up top 10 Kovac scores, AIM Lab scores with the MM720, which is a $25 mouse, the Razor Viper Mini, which is a $30 mouse, and then, anywhere from the Starlight 12 to this, which are $300 mice. It just does not matter. So if it is at all a thing to you, please do not go blow money on a $350 mouse. You just don't need to. That being said, let's get into why you're here today to obviously look at the mouse. That being said, it is a very unique mouse, and there's almost no experience you can get like it. Even the G-Wolves HSK is really just not... It's similar, but it's different. This is the most connected I've ever felt to a mouse as far as... I mean that in a sense of I'm not trying to take it on a date, but it means whenever I actually use the mouse, it feels like a legitimate extension of my hand. Like, I've never really had that experience with any other mice, even the super lightweight ones like the HSK, like the, Starlight 12, things like that, where it feels good and it feels very quick and it feels very, lightweight, but it's not like there's nothing there, which I really get that feeling with this mouse. That being said, this mouse is purpose made to be a fingertip grip mouse. So if you are anything other than a very aggressive fingertip, this mouse is not going to work for you. I wouldn't even try it, wouldn't even give it a shot, because it's literally, that is what it's made for. I mean, as you can see, there's literally, I have small hands for a grown man. Even, I played college baseball and I still got cursed with small hands, but I have about 18 centimeter hands, and it's still obviously very small for me. Trying to claw it or anything like that, I mean, you better have literally baby hands, because it's not going to work. That being said, like I said, it is a very unique experience for something like that. It is, I've hit some absolutely nasty flicks with this thing because it is like the most connected experience you can get. The mouse buttons feel good. Let me see if I can get you hitting stuff. Mouse buttons feel good. They are Omrons, I believe, which, people are kind of getting away from Omrons, but they do feel good. They don't have a normal kind of Omron feel to them almost. I would say it's more of like almost like a thocky kind of feel to them. And I almost think that because of the material that's used, this mouse is built from carbon fiber. So it's obviously a little bit different. That's in the same fashion that The Starlight 12's clicks did not feel like arm runs, and I'm assuming it's because of the magnesium shell. All in all, though, guys, it is a very good experience. It isn't without flaw, though. And as you can see here, it does have this rubber cable. It's not a bad rubber cable by any means, but you see how it's going straight through the shell here? There's no way to replace it. It's going to, there's just, if you could paracord this mouse, it would be literally, I mean, I think it would feel a million times better. Just because, and I honestly think, this isn't just my hypothesis, because it is so lightweight that on any other mouse you wouldn't be able to feel this. The cable would just feel like another cable. This is so lightweight that you can actually feel the cable more than you can feel the mouse. And I know Boardsy said that in his review too. I watched most other reviewers' reviews of things. And once I got this, I could feel it. I could feel what he was saying, because I think the mouse is so lightweight that you can feel the cable because of it. So if this mouse was able to be paracorded or came with a paracord out of the box, it would be like, I mean, it would be great. Like, I don't even know. I would say it would probably instantly be the main mouse I would use, just because I don't know how much better you could make a mouse at that point. At least if you're, like I said, an aggressive fingertip grip player. And then another thing people may view as a downside is it doesn't have side buttons. I've heard that the guys over there are very against side buttons. It's something I would like to see and like to have, just because I've always used side buttons in a game. But once again, it's all preference. The mouse feet feel good. They're obviously purpose made for this specific mouse. You might be kind of hard pressed to replace these. I don't think that they put any in the box. Maybe you could get those like little dot ones and they'd work. But they feel good overall. They're good feeling mouse feet. Obviously, you can see it's like hollow inside. They just have this purpose-built spot for the PCB. And yeah, I mean, overall, it glides well, plays well, everything like that. I remember Boardsy saying he actually took his felt better out of a mouse bungee, which I have mine in right now, so I might give that a shot. But overall, it is a very interesting concept mouse. And if somehow any of my feedback ever got back to those guys who made this mouse, at first I would say bravo. It's very cool that there are people out there that are pushing the industry like this. And my only bit of feedback would be to I mean, obviously, if you could figure out some way to keep the mouse around the same weight and make it wireless, that's God tier. But if you can't, figure out a way or make it able to be, because I mean, the only way you're going to paracord this is literally cutting a hole in the carbon fiber there. And I don't know if there's actually any way to remove yeah, it looks like there might be some screws there. So maybe you can remove the PCB, because it does look like there are actually some screws there, but I'm not going to try it because that sounds questionable. But I would say if you could find some way to put on a paracord on this mouse, it would be just a whole other level. It would be, that is really the only gripe with this mouse, other than the shape is just not going to work for everybody. That being said, boys, if you want to know anything more about this mouse, you have any more questions about it, just let me know in the comments. Do hit that subscribe button if you do want to see more mouse reviews. I want to try to keep up making more mouse reviews. I'm trying my best to keep it up. So if there's anything specific you want to see that's not on the channel already, just let me know down in the comments. Try and give this video a like if you did enjoy it. And if you do want to watch me play live, which I would highly suggest, because obviously I'm the most entertaining person in the world, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/SpillyFTW. I do a lot of Warzone right now. I'm a pretty good player. I average about a 4 KD, but I snipe a lot, so it's a little bit different than most people, obviously. And yeah, if you guys want to see anything else, just let me know. As always, guys, peace out.